games. Everybody's off and running, so we hope our basketball team is still playing when the spring sports start their games.
Okay, well, I appreciate you stopping by and talking, and this is St. X High School basketball on the Basic Impact Sports Radio Network.
There are few things that truly inspire, like seeing young athletes succeed. With this in mind, the Courier-Journal created the Kentucky M Sports Awards presented by Norton Sports Health. We're honoring Athletes of the Week for Southern Indiana and Metro Louisville all season long, naming all area teams for more than a dozen sports, and capping off the year with a red carpet banquet in June. Vote for this week's Athlete of the Week at the CourierJournal.com sports page.
Does a Caribbean cruise sound like
underneath the basket, and like you mentioned, a couple of their underclassmen, these guards, looking at 5'9", 5'7", 5'7", they're going to be smaller on the perimeter, so hopefully St. X doesn't get stagnant on their zone offense, doesn't fall in love with the three. Of course, they shoot the ball as well as they did Friday night. That's going to be a great thing. The one thing against the zone, you don't want to settle, and that's one thing that Holy Cross is probably going to hope St. X does, is limit them to one shot, set up for three-pointers, and look to use their speed with those young guards to push the pace on offense.
Well, for Friday night, the Cougars played the Panthers of PRP, and the big kid Ethan Driscoll, had 16 points and 11 rebounds. And Deshaun Ellis, a guy that you know a little bit about, had 11 points as sophomore for the Cougars.
Yeah, he's played freshman basketball here last year and transferred over to Holy Cross. Seems to have found a great spot over there for them. His first guard coming off the bench. He's a real good player, real good ball handler. And against that PRP team, he had 11 points. He's the only player for Holy Cross that got to double digits. So it looks like he's grown, matured. He's still a shorter guy, but he's a good ball handler, tough defender. And St. X is going to have a really good game to make sure they beat Holy Cross.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, too, that we talked about it a little, that Holy Cross really looks, they played against a lot of these guys in grade school. It's not like you come in and you're, well, who are these guys? They feel confident that they can play, and I know that's what Coach Foucher's probably been, pounded on them. You've played against these guys growing up, so there should be no fear coming in here to St. X tonight.
Exactly, and with Holy Cross being a smaller school size-wise compared to St. X, these kids sometimes will come in with a chip on their shoulder. They always want to beat St. X. There's always a target on St. X's back, especially going against other Catholic schools. The Sales and Holy Cross are known for having gritty kids. They always play tough. They may be undersized, undermatched, but they're not going to be out-hustled, outworked, and this is like every other team for Holy Cross. I expect the same for them. Key's going to be just rebounding for St. X, limiting them to one shot, using the size to their advantage, and hopefully we can establish a presence inside, not fall in love with a three-pointer, and see if we can get above 60 points again tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and take another break. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Basic Impact Sports Radio Network.
Hey, St. X fans, want to learn more about how your eyes work? It's time you visit the Eye Care Institute. Again this year, Dr. Brennan Green has been named a top doc by Louisville Magazine. Dr. Green and the doctors at the Eye Care Institute can meet all your vision needs. For more information or to schedule an appointment with Dr. Green at the Eye Care Institute, visit eyecareinstitute.com or call 589-1500. That's 589-1500.
Old man Winter fell asleep on the job in January. Don't let him catch you off guard now. DFH Heating and Air Conditioning is offering special financing for 15 months on any qualified Train comfort system purchased by the end of February. Remember, it's hard to stop a Train. Take care of your family. You can keep them happy and healthy and save on heating bills with a Train comfort system from DFH. Credit subject to approval. See dealer for details. Call DFH 968-6222, 968-6222, online dfhcompany.com.
Back at St. X High School as we close in on tip-off, down to about 9 minutes before the game. And Mark, keys to the game tonight. Maybe some guys that might click tonight, and I know one of them. We don't have to talk about again is rebounding, because the Tigers do have the advantage in the size.
Yeah, and I think tonight we know what we're going to get with Pierce Kiesler. Hopefully, he's been really consistent throughout the year. I want to see him follow up that performance, but I really want to see three guys, Will Crum, Evan Walker, and James Taylor Jr., to play well. Follow up last Friday night's game with another one. Will Crum, if he brings his energy, controls the boards like he did, I'd love to see him get that confidence where he can do this night in, night out. And with Evan Walker coming off the bench, he's a guy that can shoot an open shot wide open. He can rebound down low. I'd like to see him follow up his 12 points, 7 rebounds from Friday with another solid game. And I'm really looking forward to watching Junior and seeing if he can just have a low turnover game, control this team, make sure we're getting in the right spots on offense with zone offense, and looking to attack when it presents itself. And those three guys, if they play well and we get what we think we can from Pierce Kiesler, there shouldn't be a reason why St. X won't win this game.
Well, there's one thing. The only concern I would have with James Taylor tonight, freshman, he played great. He played very well against Mel, but a game that he probably feels like he's the better player before, not to try to do too much, because when he's running the offense and taking the shots that he should be taking, he's been great, and he played so well Friday night. And it's just one of those things that you just, as a coach, you kind of worry about in a game like tonight.
Yeah, he's still a freshman. Even in February for the year, you sometimes start letting your players say they're a year older, but he's still a freshman. So there's times that he can make some freshman mistakes trying to go when he shouldn't, or maybe just take a play off here or there mentally, and that can't happen. He's their leader offensively because he handles the ball so much. The ball has to go through him with his great ball handling skills, decision making. So hopefully he's on edge tonight mentally, and low turnovers for him, high assists. He's averaging over almost 5 a game for the year. And I know we talked about the other night, since January, the last 8 games, I think he's close to 7 or 8 assists a game, which that's what he needs to be every night.
Well, Matt picked the clip tonight. I'm going off the board a little bit as Chase Westenhofer. I think his athletic ability in this game might really play well for the Tigers. And he's just an energy guy. Evan Walker comes off the bench, an energy guy. So I think it's really helped the Tigers with those guys coming in. So we're about 6.5 minutes from tip-off. We'll take another break here from St. X High School. You're listening to the Bissett Impact Sports Radio Network.
You've been listening to the ICARE Institute pregame report. Stay right here for live.
We'll go straight into I'll do Kevin's pregame.
By Hershey's Candy.
Family owned and operated, mobile inflatable special.
on a great game. Up 38-8 to start the ball game. Unbelievable.
Yeah, great defense leads to great offense, and really proud of finding a way to get 16 straight stops in that first quarter going into the second quarter. Thought we did a really good job being locked into the scouting report, guys taking away the other team's strengths individually. Collectively as a team, did a good job shutting down their out-of-bounds plays and the offensive sets that we had walked through. And just offensively, we shot 61% in the first half, and when you shoot a high percentage, the ball's got to be moving at a high level. And I thought that was the best we passed the ball, looking for the extra pass in the open man, that we have in a long time. And, different teams pose different challenges, and, Ballard, they don't allow you to get into much, and you've really got to have that ball hopping. You really got to be looking for that extra pass to get a high percentage shot, and that's easier said than done. Friday night, we were able to get in our stuff, get in our sets, run some transition. The high pick and roll was really good to us, and guys were just really executing at a high level. So you look at offensive, defensive standpoint from 16 minutes, I don't think we could have been much better in that first half. And I was real proud of coming out in the third quarter. Winning the third quarter, you're always concerned about a team becoming too complacent, and success can do that. And I know they felt really good about themselves in that first half. I was really proud to see them how they came out and competed that third quarter and ended up winning the second half as well. So a lot to build on. Had a really good practice yesterday. Good walkthrough today. I think guys are focused, ready to go, and the goal. We're 2 weeks away from the district tournament, and we want to get better each day and have our best game of the year on opening night of the district tournament.
Well, Holy Cross comes in here tonight with a team that maybe on paper doesn't look as strong, but and I know when you play Holy Cross, this is one of the games they mark on their schedule. And I remember back when I was coaching, you have to make sure the kids understand that, and sometimes that's hard to do.
Absolutely. They're all A state champs, regional champs, got to play in the state tournament against Lexington Christian. Lost that game, but, they're coming in with a winning record. They're playing some very young guys, starting 2 sophomores, playing a freshman. Just got a chance, I think, to have a really good career. They got a big 6'8" junior in the post. They got some shooters around them. So I think this team does pose a very big challenge, and our guys are aware that as coaches, we have not prepared any differently. Coach Anderson, Coach Justin, myself have all scouted multiple games, and we've got their stuff that we think they're going to run. We've got our game plan in place. We had a very productive practice yesterday on Monday, and we're just hoping that guys challenge themselves to write these last couple of chapters of the regular season and postseason to make it something very special. If we can build off a Friday night and have the right mindset, which is so much, and with teenage boys, you never know what you're going to get, and we're just really harping on that to bring the right attitude, the right mindset, the right focus, respect Holy Cross, bringing a very good team in here, and hopefully we come out from the starting tip like we did Friday night and take care of business.
And Coach, one question I'd like to ask you. Evan Walker and Tyler Barnes, they were moved to the bench. Evan Walker the other night played excellent. I mean, you can go through the whole list of guys that played well, but, those guys seem to take that role pretty well to go from starter to coming off the bench.
Absolutely. We've got a very firm 8-man rotation right now, and we feel all 8 of those guys are capable of starting. And with these kids, they're such great kids. We're just trying to get them to focus and buy into what we're selling them and what's best for the team. You look at a guy like Will Crum, he's had 2 career starts, and Friday night he gets a double-double. And Will's been earning it in practice. He's been having some very, very good JV games, and now his opportunity is coming. He's taking full advantage. I was real proud of how Evan came ready to go off the bench. Big thing with Evan, we tell him to shoot with confidence, let it go, don't overthink, just react to the game and play basketball. Do it like you've been doing it all your life. And to see him catch those passes and just letting it go right off his fingertips, shooting with confidence, it was just a really big boost for Evan's confidence to see those shots go down. I think he finished with 12 points, was a man defensively, got some big rebounds, stretched the floor offensively, and when he does that, when Will Crum plays like he did, Sam being able to stretch the floor with his perimeter shooting, Junior Pierce were very effective in the 2-man game, Chase Cole with great energy, great athleticism, it's just a lot of fun to watch. And Tyler being a 6'8" senior that can impact the game in a lot of ways, his attitude has never wavered one day. Whether he's starting 20 games in a row, whether he's coming off a bench for a couple, Tyler is ready to do what's best for St. X basketball, and I expect that to be no different from here on out.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time, and keep it rolling.
Okay, that was Coach Kevin Klein, and we're going to have the national anthem here in just a minute. The rookie in this seat miscalculated his pregame timeouts, if you want to call them that, but no, we'll have the national anthem here in just 1 second, and then we'll go over the starting lineups.
Driscoll will turn it over to Mark Clan for the starting lineup for tonight's game.
Holy Cross is going to start number 10, Chase Phillips, guard, averages 10 points a game. And along him is going to be sophomore St. X transfer Deshaun Ellis, 5'7" sophomore, averaging about 5 points a game. And forward, number 15, Cooper Scott, junior, averaging 10 points a game. And then number 22, Ethan Short, senior 6'5", also will be another forward. And the big man in the middle is going to be Ethan Driscoll, junior 6'9", averaging about 7 points, 7 rebounds a game. And the Tigers are going to go with the same starting lineup as they did Friday night against Mayo. Starting junior, James Taylor, freshman 5'11" at guard. Alongside him is going to be number 33, Sam Borman, sophomore shooting guard. The senior leader on the team, Paul Oberst, going to be a 6'3" senior. And two big men are going to be number 32, Will Crum, who had a big game on Friday night, and number 41, Pierce Kiesler, 6'7" junior, averaging 16 points a game. Is going to be the big man in the middle for the Tigers.
Well, we talked about it in the pregame. Not many people in here tonight, so talked to Coach Donhoff about it. We talked about it. It's one of those nights when you really find out how mentally tough your kids are.
Yes, this is a game about St. X. Let's not having to worry about what the Holy Cross is going to do, because I feel confident St. X they can overmatch Holy Cross if they play their game. They don't need to worry about what Holy Cross is going to be trying to run it, if they're going to be pressing. If St. X plays their game, they play smart, heady, steady basketball, they're going to be just fine. If they go away from their identity, get lazy, don't take care of the ball, don't go after rebounds, they're going to find themselves in trouble tonight against Holy Cross.
Well, one thing, looking at the numbers for Holy Cross, very balanced scoring. They go from 10 to 5 and 4. Just about everybody, the first 8 guys are all pretty close in scoring. So not one guy stands out to do the scoring, but they look from different places where the Tigers get the main guys, Kiesler, but we got other guys that go.
Yeah, we talked about that in the male game. St. X needs to find a third scorer. We got Pierce that scores. You get some from Junior. You get some from Paul. You need 3 guys that are going to score each game, and the ball's tipped. We'll see what happens tonight.
And Deshaun Ellis gets it for the Cougars, heading towards the cafeteria. Man-to-man by the Tigers. Out front short goes to Ellis. Looks down low, Borman playing. Shot goes up, no good. Driscoll with the foul on the weak side and puts it back in, the big guy. So 2-0 Holy Cross right off.
Good start for Holy Cross. That's what they want to do, is attack the backboard. He's a big boy. Got to box him out. Can't let him get to the basket like that.
We'll cut down the middle pass from Crum to Oberst. Cannot get in the basket. Kiesler for 3. Rolls off. Taylor fights Ellis under the basket. Driscoll comes out, swinging some elbows. But the Cougars will control. And Deshaun Ellis brings it over on James Taylor. Looks to the left to Chase Phillips. Phillips overthrows Driscoll. Crum intercepts it and gives it to Kiesler. Kiesler to Taylor. Taylor brings it up the right side. Takes a look. High screen by Kiesler. Taylor goes into the lane. Looks. Goes up and shoots a contested shot, but it goes in. First bucket of the night by James Junior Taylor. And the Tigers will press. Zone 1-2-1-1. Ball gets in to Short. Gets it back to Phillips. Looks up the 4. Shot goes up. Short. Oberst fights for it. Shot was missed by Ethan Short.
All right, that's what St. X is going to try to do, is get Holy Cross to speed it up, take 4 shots just like they did there.
Well, Will Crum gets it on the left side out to Junior Taylor. Calls the play out by the X. Kiesler sets the high screen. Taylor doesn't take it. It's to Oberst, and he's going to get a 5-second call. One thing we talked about, too, don't try to do too much. Make the easy pass and run the offense.
Looks like they were a little confused on what play to run. By that time, the referee had already counted 2 or 3 seconds, and just can't have those unforced turnovers.
Well, the Tigers pick up man-to-man at half court, and Ellis, the St. X transfer, brings it across. Looks to the side. Kick back to Short. Get my names together here, Scott and Short. I'll get them confused. Out to Phillips out front. Oberst in the man. Chase Phillips goes, and we're going to have a foul on Paul Oberst.
Tigers play a little passive on man-to-man. I think they've got the size advantage, the quickness to really play in-your-face defense against Holy Cross. Not a good foul for Paul Oberst.
Tigers don't look like they're really into it defensively first few possessions, but now the Cougars have it out front. Nice move in there, missed by Cooper Scott. And Kiesler running the break, going to the bucket, gets knocked away. Phillips comes out with it. Phillips sets up the 4. He tries to get it to the big guy. Bad idea. Ball goes out of bounds. Tiger ball.
2 bad ideas. That pass wasn't good for Driscoll to get. And I don't think Kiesler should have taken 1-on-3. with that turnover there. 2 turnovers early, first 2 minutes of St. X. Not what they would need to do.
Well, once again, Taylor brings it down. He looks. Borman flashes out to the right side. Looks down, a little high pass into Kiesler. Weak side, and he's got it. Just a nice seal by Kiesler. A nice pass by Borman, and the Tigers go up 4-2. Deshaun Ellis with the ball in backcourt. Tigers trap. Here comes Scott up the middle. He's got 3-on-2. He goes at Kiesler, just throws one up. Driscoll should have had it, but Oberst knocks it away, and Borman runs it down. Tigers look to run. Here comes Borman up the middle. Sam Borman loses the ball, just kind of slipped out of his hand. The big guy Driscoll gets it over to Ellis. Ellis comes and looks, goes to the bucket, and Taylor tries to tie him up, but I think Oberst is going to get his second foul. I could be wrong.
Tigers just a little unsure on what they're doing offensively. They called that on Junior Taylor, so that's his first. But transition offense has not been good the last 2 possessions for St. X. 2 turnovers, that's 3 on the game. We talked about this mentally. Can't have those mistakes.
Cougars inbounds under their own basket. Goes to Cooper Scott on the left side. He looks out front to short. High lob to Driscoll. Tigers are going to get their 3rd foul tonight. And this time I do believe it's going to be on Paul Oberst, and that will be his 2nd of the night.
Well, they're really trying to work inside the Driscoll, whether it's throwing shots up, letting them get them off the rim, or working high-low like they were there. He's shown a lot of athletic ability. He's going to be a very active big man as he goes to the line for 2 now.
He's not real quick, but he's a load in there. And if he gets the ball down low, it's going to be tough to defend. As Evan Walker comes into the game for Paul Oberst, who already has 2 fouls with 5-10 here in the first quarter. 4-2 Tigers. Driscoll will shoot the second one.
St. X with size with Evan, Walker, Crum, and Pierce all in the game. We're interested to see how they do on offense and what defense Holy Cross is going to play with 3 bigs in.
Well, Driscoll's shot is maybe about a foot short. Didn't hit anything. So Tigers bring it up. Just like a turnover. 2 misses. Ball goes to Taylor. 1-2-2 by the Cougars this time. And this is what I expect them to do. Mix it up defensively. Try to keep the Tigers off. Alley-oop to Kiesler from Taylor. Lays it in. Nice back screen by Evan Walker to free him up right there. Tigers go 1-2-1-1. Will Crum on the ball. They look up. They get it to Cooper Scott. Brings it across the middle side. Middle of the court. Looks out front. Kicks it to Phillips. Foul going to be on number 32, Will Crum. And that would be the Tigers' 4th foul here early in the ballgame.
Just playing a little sloppy and not just containing. They're using their hands, not moving their feet. 4 fouls in 3 minutes. That's going to be trouble if Holy Cross wants to get to the bonus and make their free throws.
And a lot of times that's just focus, moving your feet and getting after it as the Cougars inbound under their own basket. They're going to have a 5-second call. Should have been a travel anyway because Chase Phillips moved on the line. So turnover by the Cougars, and I know Coach Fouché can't be happy with that because I would imagine in the locker room he told his kids, look, we have to play under control and not turn the ball over. And they turn it over there for at least the 2nd time as Taylor brings the ball up. Looks at Borman on the left. Goes to Evan Walker down in the short corner. Looks back out to Borman. Kiesler from the foul line, 15-footer in and out. Scott with the rebound. Brings it across half court. Looks around for his buddies. Kicks it over to Ellis. At the top. Goes back out. Walker on him. Kick it over to Short. Out to Scott for a no good. Rebound and Borman. Tigers look to semi-run. Borman brings it at the top of the key. Goes to Taylor. Looks to penetrate. Kicks it back to Sam Borman. And 3. Rolls off. Tipped out. Will Crum runs it down for the offense. Looks back. Got Borman in the corner. Thinks about it. Goes to Kiesler. Kiesler drop steps. Goes under the basket and scores.
Nice pass. Nice move. Using the rim on the reversal. Good offensive rebound by Will Crum.
Ball gets inbounded to Cooper Scott. Gets it to Ellis in the middle. Goes back Crum. 3-on-1. Alley-oop. Dunk by Ethan Driscoll. Great job by the Cougars breaking the press and attacking the basket. And that's what you got to like as your coach Fouché. 4-2 Tigers. 3:27 left your first quarter as James Jr. Taylor brings it across slowly. Looks over to Borman. In the middle. Will Crum kicks it over. Had what he wanted in Taylor on the wing, but got in a hurry. Threw it into the crowd.
Didn't square his feet, didn't turn his shoulders. Just another silly error, another silly pass for Tigers. Very lucky to be up 8-4. Holy Cross playing with a lot more energy, a lot more momentum. They've missed a few shots. A great press break by Holy Cross there with the alley-oop dunk to Driscoll. He's going to be a low tonight. Pierce is going to be working hard against him.
Chase Wesson-Hoffer and Tyler Barnes in the game for the Tigers. Cougars have the ball out front. Scott goes to Phillips. Long 3. Got it. Chase Phillips from about 3 feet behind the 3-point line. And the Cougars cut it to 1.
You can just tell the Tigers' energy is not where it was on Friday night. After the ball goes in, walking it up the court, trying to get settled.
1-2-2 by the Cougars. Westenhofer on the right. Taylor swings it over to Walker. Walker lifts, dribbles a couple of times, goes to chase Westenhofer out front. Gets it to Kiesler. Looks to the corner to Taylor. Drops it. Kiesler looks for the three. He's going to shoot it. Got it. The big man again with the three. From the outside, but a nice job by the Tigers moving the basketball and getting the open shot, and Kiesler knocks it down. Tigers in the press again. Boy, Westenhofer just misses it, so it's 2-on-1. Cougars, and Ellis goes in and scores.
They're breaking the press too easily. I don't think they should be able to split defenders. We're not getting traps on that first pass. Real good decision by Deshaun Ellis talking the basket.
Barnes wide open to foul line, shoots it quickly and misses, and brought down by Short. Scott brings it up to 4, looks around, gets it to Phillips after Westenhofer on the defense. Good high screen, goes back over to Cooper Scott. He looks, stumbles a bit, Phillips on another long three. Maybe they'll advise after hitting the first one, but it gets kicked out to Ellis, kicks it back out to Short. He misses the three. Westenhofer on the rebound. Tigers look to run. It's James Taylor, kicks across the court. Evan Walker thinks about it, doesn't shoot the three. Then Chase Phillips falls back. He misses. Great rebound by Tyler Barnes. Goes up against the big guy. And the foul's going to be on Ethan Driscoll, who had great position, and all he did was put his hands down, and that's going to get him the foul.
St. X with a big lineup in with Walker, Barnes, Kiesler, and the athleticism of Chase. The good news is they've got a lot of size. Bad news is this isn't the best shooting team for St. X, so they're really going to need to go inside, crash the boards, see what happens here on Tyler's 2 free throws.
And a guy that really struggles at the foul line this year misses the first one.
Yeah, he's just shooting over 41% on the year. Mentally, he's just not getting into a rhythm. He's making them in practice and he's transferring over to the game. He's a guy who's got to get in ones if he's not going to make free throws. Hopefully we get the second one.
And he doesn't.
And you could argue that's almost a turnover. You get fouled underneath on a layup, miss 2 free throws. No harm for Holy Cross.
Max Bearden in the game. Kicks it on the side. Kicks it in also into the game. Cade Crawley, who has the ball out front, hawked by James Taylor. Over to number 5, McDonald out front. A lot of substitutions in for the Cougars. They go over to Bearden. Looks to McDonald. Goes into the lane, takes on 2 Tiger defenders, and it's knocked away. Tigers look to run. James Taylor up the left side. Goes up Crawley, goes to the bucket, misses a layup, basically. He gets through, and then ball gets knocked away. And here come the Cougars. Jerry McDonald with the ball, comes up the left side. Decides to shoot a 3 just in the ball game, and maybe a bad idea.
Well, he got open. No one picked him up crossing half court. I didn't think Junior got hit on the face of the arm going up for that layup, but that's what he should have finished. Tigers just not on just yet. Playing a little soft on defense, and offensively haven't found their groove yet.
1-2-2 by the Cougars also in the game. Freshman Max Bearden. Alley-oop to Westenhofer there, but they cannot connect, and Short comes out with the ball to McDonald. McDonald walks it up, looks around, 20 seconds left first quarter. 11-9 Tigers.
Those set plays, they've got to hit those set plays. They've been working on lobs, but they just don't get consistent timing on those. That would have been a big play for Chase.
Down to 10. Okay, I'm sorry. Down to 10. McDonald with the ball out front. Looks to take Westenhofer into the lane. Kicks it back out to Crawley. Crawley shoots, hits the front of the rim. Short on three-pointer. Pierce Kiesler's just about a foot short from going in. So at the end of the first quarter, St. X Tigers 11, Holy Cross Cougars 9. You're listening to St. X High School Basketball on the Bistic Impact Sports Radio Network.
I'm Chris Burke, former major leaguer and St. X class of 1998. I'm Pat Lampton, chief engineer at NASA and member of St. X class of 1983.
My name is Carl Ellsworth, screenwriter of The New Gremlins, and I'm also a member of St. X's class of 1990.
Whether it's launching series-winning home runs or vessels bound for outer space, successful careers take off at St. X High School. Visit stx.com to learn more. St. X, this is where you start.
For over 20 years, Signs Now has been Metro Louisville's go-to source for custom signs and banners. Vehicle lettering, trade show displays, lighted signs, you name it. We deliver durable, high-impact graphics and quick, affordable service. Signs Now is the choice for all your signage needs. Want proof? Just ask the Bistic Impact Group. We're their official sign provider. For more information, call 502-491-8180 or visit us online at signsnow.com.
back here at St. X High School and Brother John Wills Sports Activity Center. Into the first quarter, the Tigers lead the Cougars from Holy Cross 11-9. Tigers will have the ball to start the second quarter. Tigers have Taylor, Borman, Barnes, Kiesler, and Walker in the game. McDonald, Crawley, Bearden, and Short in the game. Tigers had the ball out front. James Taylor backs it out. 2-3 by the Cougars this time, trying to mix up their defense like we thought. Tigers reverse the ball. Look, got a set play. Looks like Walker comes high. Borman has the ball at the top. Looks over to James. Kicks it over to Evan Walker on the right. Walker looks inside to Barnes. Barnes has it. Kicks back out to Borman. Open three. Long. A lot of air balls here. James Taylor goes up. Blocked by Bearden. And we're going to have a foul on Ethan Short, I believe.
Borman hadn't found his shot just yet. Misses his first two. Tigers 5 of 13 for that first quarter. 1 of 5 on threes. The 5 turnovers is just too many for the Tigers in 8 minutes play against a team that's really not giving a lot of pressure. As Borman misses a 3 and a great rebound by Evan Walker, but no putback.
Bearden comes out running out of control. Kiesler gets it, goes to Taylor. 2 on 3, Tigers even it up. A nice look for James Taylor. Rolls off, ball knocked around. Taylor runs it down, gets into the lane, kicks it out to Kiesler for 3. Short, tip back out. James Taylor's going to run it down for the Tigers. Ball gets knocked away by Crawley. Crawley on the floor with Taylor. Good hustle by both teams getting down and tapping, and we knew the Cougars would do that. The sophomore Cade Crawley tying up James Jr. Taylor, and the possession arrow goes over to the cross, and just Tigers getting great-looking shots. They're just not there for right now, so Crawley brings it across. Looks over to McDonald. McDonald dribbles to the top. Tigers in man-to-man. Looks in the lane, kicks it off to the freshman Bearden. Goes into the lane on Evan Walker. Knocked away by Walker. Borman cannot come up with it, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Just loose balls right there. That's a ball we should have had off that rebound. And that loose ball that Holy Cross just got, they were first to the floor. Usually they get first one on the floor, gets the ball there. Tigers is not with that same edge they had Friday night. They need to wake up here.
Bearden inbounds the ball into the basket. Tigers in man. Tries to get it into Short. Runs it down. Kiesler in the defense in the corner. Dribbles out. Gets the ball to Crawley. 5'7" sophomore out front. Dribble on the basketball. Small guards in the game for the Cougars. The Tigers have not been able to do anything with it. The freshman Bearden has it on the wing. Tries to take Walker. Kicks it back out front to the other Bearden, Max Bearden. Reverse the ball to Short. Look out front, Crawley. Cougars being patient. Left side. McDonald looks. Kicks back out to Crawley. Crawley sets him again back to McDonald. Short in the corner. Crawley cuts through. They don't give it to him. He pops out. They give him the ball. Calls off. Gets the ball to Sam Bearden in the corner to Max Bearden.
It's almost like they're playing a 5-out on offense, trying to look for penetration and kicks.
Crawley's 3, a little bit long. Kiesler gets the ball, looks around, gets it to Junior Taylor. Just under 6 minutes in the third, and 11-9, Tigers lead as Borman has the ball on the right side. Taylor over to Walker. They get it to Kiesler. Kiesler looks, drops steps, goes up and lays it in. Here's Kiesler for his 11th point of the night, and the Tigers will not press this time because the press hasn't been very good to him. As McDonald walks it up, hands it over to Crawley.
Good inside post feed there, getting Pierce moving. Trying to keep that middle open for middle flashes. Gives him a nice, easy shot.
High screen. McDonald goes in the lane. A little bit of contact on the floor. No basket on the floor. Looks like the foul is going to be on Sam Borman. And just, you know, the Tigers came out and scored 25 points against Mel in the first quarter of the other night. They only had 11. But there's just not that flow. They're getting open shots, but they're just not locked in. And any other time, I mean, you got to be happy with the shots. You just got to make them.
Yeah, they're getting 11 points from Pierce. You got to find that second and third score. It can't be so one-dimensional this year. And hopefully get some transition offense, get some easy buckets, something inside to get some other guys going.
Jack Cook in the game for the Tigers. Tigers stay man-to-man. Will Crum guarding Bearden. Bearden spins, goes up at Barnes, had good position, but just lowered his arm a little bit. And anytime that there's contact and you don't keep your arm straight up, you're going to get a foul. That's going to be Tyler Barnes' first one of the night.
It was a real good defense by Will, forcing the baseline. Tyler's in great help side, but all he needed to do is stay planted, put his hands up. Just came down a little bit on Bearden.
And the freshman, Sam Bearden, 6'4" freshman, misses the first one as Driscoll comes back into the lineup and he replaces Ethan Short. Cooper Scott will come in for the shooter. Bearden makes the free throw. So 5:09. Tigers lead by 4. Bearden second one up, and it's no good. Knocked away. Jack Cook picks it up. He gets it over to James Taylor. Junior walks it up, looks at Coach Klein. 2-3 zone by the Cougars. Over to Cook. Kicks it out front to Will Crum. Back to Cook. Looks to shoot it. Then Coop. Kiesler misses the three from the corner, and Ellis runs it down. Another good look as Ellis goes into the lane. Ball gets knocked away, but the Tigers are going to get their 7th foul here in the first half.
I think that's on Junior Taylor. I think that might be his 2nd foul as well. Just be a little slow getting back. St. X is not they're not pushing the ball offensively, and they're not getting back quickly on defense. And Sean Ellis, great ball handler, short and really fast at the line for 2.
Ellis has 2 points here on the night as Taylor will come out and Cam McDonough will replace him. The Cougars miss 5 in a row from the foul line, and that's one thing they have to do to stay in the ball game and not shoot it very well right now.
I think that we haven't seen a made free throw, have we? Tigers 0 for 2, and I think that, like you said, 0 for 5 for Holy Cross. It's on these soft rims, that's hard to do.
Ellis lands up the second one, the left-hander. Puts it up. We talked him into that one, so he knocks it down. 13-10. Tigers lead the Cougars as Cam McDonough walks the ball up to 4. 1-2-2 this time by the Cougars. They go to Cook on the left. Looks out to Will Crum at the top. Kicks it back over to Cook. Takes a look. Penetrates a little. Got Barnes in the middle, wide open. Goes into the basket where he has a size advantage, and he gets fouled. And once again, Tyler Barnes does a good job of getting in position to get the shot, but he's going to the foul line where he's already struggled tonight, and he's 0 for 2.
A real good move. He had 2 or 3 opportunities to shoot that ball. First on the catch and shoot, did a pump fake, real nice move. Needs to reward himself. He's playing well. Ball goes in and out on his first one. He's 0 for 3. He needs to find to make that first one so that he can keep attacking, get back to the free throw line.
And this is the first one, so still 13-10 with 4:30 left here in the first half. And I know Coach Fouché would be glad to have a low-scoring game as Barnes does knock down the second one for his first points of the night. 14-10. Tigers are back in. They're starting in press, but after Coach Klein calls that off, Tigers will play man-to-man as the Cougars bring it across and Deshaun Ellis. They'll go to McDonald on the right.
Coach calling for a 4-out. Looks like they're trying to keep the middle open, let these guards try to penetrate or get the ball inside.
Kick it over to McDonald on the left. Looks to penetrate on Cook. Bearden kicks it out to Ellis. Ellis penetrates on McDonough. Shoots a little runner, left-handed, comes off. Tigers look to run as Cam McDonough brings the ball down the middle. Wanted to go to Cook, but he hit Crum with the ball. And McDonald goes to the hole, throws it up, misses it. Kiesler with the rebound. Taken away, but McDonald stepped on the baseline. Tigers just mentally I would not even say a half step slow, they're a step slow right now. And that's just right there. McDonough sees Cook in the corner, but he tries to throw it right through Will Crum.
2 guys in his way, just got to have better court awareness. And those are turnovers we keep talking about. You can't have that are unforced.
Tigers kick it over from the one side, skip pass to Cook in the corner 3. And Jack Cook does what he comes in the ball game to do, knock down a 3 from the corner. Tigers go up 17-10. 3:30 left as Deshaun Ellis walks the ball up with Cam McDonough in the defense over to Cooper Scott. Scott looks to go on Crum, kicks it off to Bearden. Bearden looks out front. McDonald thinks about it. Not sure if he walked, but when you stutter like that, they're going to call it 9 out of 10 times. So turnover by the Cougars.
A good set play for St. X, getting that skip pass to Jack Cook. 35% on the year on threes. Team's best shooter when he's a catch and shoot.
Alley-oop to Kiesler out front, and McDonough just throws it too hard. Hits the backboard, and here come the Cougars. Kicks it over to Ellis. Ellis goes in, no call. Coach Fouché wants a call. Will Crum coming the other way with Kiesler. Looks up, gives it to Kiesler. Kiesler goes, kicks it back out to Will Crum. Kicks it over to McDonough, who penetrates the lane. Great pass to Kiesler. Goes up and a block by Driscoll. And there's going to be a foul on Ethan Driscoll, and the Holy Cross faithful are not real happy about that call, and that will be Ethan Driscoll's second foul of the night, and the team 5th.
I think Coach has a right to get upset there. The referees missed a lot of contact on that last possession for Holy Cross. May have got a little body there, but with what they let go that last time, I can see why Coach is mad as Pierce makes his first free throw. Puts St. X up 18-10.
32 in the game for the Cougars. Shane Barkley as Taylor and Westenhofer come back in. Ethan Short comes back in for the big guy Driscoll, who has 2 fouls. 18-10, 2:56 left as Pierce Kiesler goes back up to shoot the second one. And it hits twice, comes off. Short comes and gets it. gives it to Ellis. Tigers not paying attention, getting back on defense, and Barkley gets it to Ellis in the lane. Knocked away by Cook. Ball gets loose. Westenhofer comes up with it. Kicks it to Kiesler, which is not maybe the best decision. He pulls up on the wing, kicks it over to Cook. 3 by Cook. Gets front rim and rolls in. The soft rim rewards Jack Cook. And we're going to take a break here from St. X High School on the District Impact Sports Radio Network.
Old Man Winter fell asleep on the job in January. Don't let him catch you off guard now. DFH Heating and Air Conditioning is offering special financing for 15 months on any qualified train comfort system purchased by the end of February. Remember, it's hard to stop a train. Take care of your family. You can keep them happy and healthy and save on heating bills with a train comfort system from DFH. Credit subject to approval. See dealer for details. Call DFH 968-6222, 968-6222, online dfhcompany.com.
Does a Caribbean cruise sound like your kind of getaway? Are you dreaming of a relaxing weekend in the mountains? Whatever your style, Nice Travel is a full-service agency that can meet all your travel planning needs. Whether it's for business or pleasure, call St. X alum Lou Consling or Kaylin Ryback. They'll get you there at a great low cost. Call Kaylin at 292-4749 or Lou at 292-4750. Fly by night. It's the best way to travel.
You're listening to the Big Impact Sports Radio Network. Coverage of St. X High School football on 790 WKRD Louisville.
Back at St. X High School, Cougars will inbound under the Tiger basket. Tigers, a little bit of pressure this time, three-quarter court. Barkley on one side, looks across the court, goes to Short. Short looks, goes to Ellis. Ellis on the right side. Kicks it out front to Barkley. Deflected by Crum and hit Shane Barkley, and it goes out of bounds. So nice job by the Tigers speeding the Cougars up, and they get the turnover.
Good execution out of a timeout. Changing up the defense one time, getting the turnover. See Junior Taylor coming back in with his 2 fouls. Hopefully he can take care of the ball, not get any early fouls.
Crum kicks it over to Cook. Cook looks at the 3, doesn't shoot, gets it back out to Taylor. High behind the three-point line. Backs up on Scott, decides to penetrate. A little bit of contact there, and Junior goes in the lane. The open runner, but cannot hit it off to the right. Here come the Cougars. Deshaun Ellis kicks it up to Short. Cook picks him up out front. Tigers been in man-to-man the whole way. Will Crum now has him. Kicked over to the left side. Barkley looks, kicks back out to Short. Short's 3 is long. Short is long, and Kiesler comes out, gets the ball to Taylor. Great job by Taylor. Kicks it over to Will Crum in the corner. 3 from the corner. Nothing but the sack for Will Crum as the Tigers go up by 14, and a great play by Junior Taylor to knock the ball away. Barkley has the ball.
That was great. Crum ran the floor. He was open on the wing, found an open shot. Good assist for Junior Taylor. Get the Tigers up 14.
And just what I said, the Tigers haven't been anything but man, and now they're in a 1-2-2. Will Crum on the point of it. Short looks to the corner. Gets it over to Bearden. Short looks, comes in the lane. Ellis swings it over to Barkley, who looks, kicks it into Bearden. Back outside, Ellis penetrates, goes in with the big guy, Kiesler, but we're going to have a foul on Jack Cook.
Good ball movement by the Cougars. I think St. X is going to go to the zone, maybe try to challenge them to shoot some outside shots. I think they've made 1 3 on the night, so good penetration there by Deshaun Ellis, foul on Jack Cook. He's at the line for 2.
Well, you have to know, too, and a lot of these guys have played a little bit with Deshaun Ellis. He's left-handed, and he's going to that left most of the time when he goes to the basket. Now he's back at the foul line where he shoots the first one, and he makes it.
You're exactly right. You got to take away his strengths. And he is so tough going on his left. You've seen it in transition with that alley-oop he had to Driscoll that was earlier. Keep him to coming to his right side, and I think we're going to have better success, but he's a tough player.
Bearden in for Bearden. Also Chase Phillips back in the game for the Cougars. McDonough and Weston Hoffer back in for the Tigers. That's his second one. It's up, and it's good. 24-12 Tigers. 1:05 left here in the first half as Cam McDonough walks the ball up. Cougars are in man-to-man this time. They go to Cook on the left. Cook surveys the situation, looks, kicks it back out to McDonough. Ellis plays him out by the X, kicks it to the left side to Evan Walker. Walker looks to Will Crum. They go to McDonough. He dribbles back out front. Looks at Weston Hoffer, doesn't throw it. Crum sets the high screen, but they go to Evan Walker at the foul line extended. Will Crum out front. McDonough looks, kicks it to Cook. Going to shoot the 3 from way out again, and Jack Cook on fire from the 3-point line as he knocks down another one. 30 seconds left here as Ellis is going to walk it up, and the Tigers are going to go 1-2-2, extend it. And they go to Barkley on the left, jumps, looks back to Ellis, almost turns it over. Ellis looks down to 19, Barkley, long three. Comes off on McDonough, runs it down. Weston Hoffer picks it up. So 10 seconds. Coach Klein calling for the last shot as Cam McDonough comes. They're at 8, 7. Going to have to go. They look. Jack Cook's going to shoot it. I guarantee you. Way out. It's long. Weston Hoffer tries to run it down. Harrison shot from half court. Is no good. Wouldn't have counted anyway. So here we go to halftime with the Tigers leading the Cougars from the Holy Cross. 27-12. So we go to our first break here at halftime. From St. X High School, you're listening to the Mystic Impact Sports Radio Network.
And Hershey's has the most talked about team of sweet treats. From the all-star
Hey, Kevin.
peanut butter and a Reese's cup to the delicious flavor of the milk chocolate bar.
The break I have right now and the next break are breaks that were supposed to have been played before the half.
I know, yeah. They didn't have any. You want to run these two together?
Radio Network. Stop by your nearest Kroger today and pick up your
All right, I'll tell you what, just come back to us. Come back to us. We'll just welcome in, Kevin. We'll just go quickly on the stuff we'll do.
There are few things that truly inspire, like seeing young athletes succeed. With this in mind, the Courier-Journal created the Kentuckiana Sports Awards presented by Norton Sports Health. We're honoring Athletes of the Week for Southern Indiana and Metro Louisville all season long, naming all area teams for more than...
Can I play 2 breaks in a row here?
Yeah, Kevin, that's fine.
Okay, that'll catch me up.
That'd be great.
Courier-Journal.com sports page.
When you're not cheering on your favorite team and you're ready to tackle that large job or weekend project, Sunbelt Rentals has the equipment you need. From hand tools to excavators, we've got you covered. And with more than 525 locations, we're sure to have one convenient to you. Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or contractor, you can rely on the experts at Sunbelt Rentals. Call 1-800-NO-SWEAT or visit sunbeltrentals.com for a location nearest you. So what are you waiting for? Get it done. Rent it now.
Serving the Louisville area for over 40 years, Jefferson Special Police has become one of Louisville's largest contract security firms, providing a full range of services. From unarmed guards, T-shirt security, crowd control, to ticket takers, ushers, and valet parking attendants. No event is too big or too small. Jefferson Special Police can handle it all. For more information, contact Jefferson Special Police at 502-361-1285 or visit us online at jeffersonspecial.com.
Planning an event for thousands? At Events LLC, designers are available to provide custom
After this break,
design services.
there will be 2 more breaks during the halftime before the break between the halftime and the second half.
Okay, we'll just go real quick. Everything we'll do, we'll go quick so we can get back to the breaks.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Anything else you can think of. Call 583-5007 or visit eventsllc.com.
Yeah, Mark, we'll have to go.
This is the Eye Care Institute Halftime Report on the Mystic Impact Sports Radio Network. Brought to you by Hershey's Candy. Here are your hosts, John Spears and Tony Burns.
Well, no John Spears here. He's still on the disabled list with knee replacement. And he's probably making fun of us the whole time tonight. But Mark, give us some of the stats here.
Well, it wasn't as pretty as it was on Friday night. St. X just shoot 37% from the field, 10 of 27, 2 of 6 from the free throw line, 33%. Now winning the rebound battle like we expected, up 21-13, but 8 turnovers in that first half, and I'd say 5 or 6 of those were unforced. Pierce Kiesler leading the way, 12 points, 5 rebounds, and then Jack Cook coming in hot, 3 or 4 on threes to get him 9 points. And Holy Cross really struggling, 4 of 21 from the field, 19%. Just 1 of 9 from 3-pointers, and 3 of 8 from free throws. So neither team shooting the ball well from beyond the 15-foot charity stripe. And leading the way is Deshaun Ellis, St. X transfer, sophomore point guard with 5 points. And their big man, Ethan Driscoll, has 2 fouls, 4 points, 2 rebounds, as Holy Cross Cougars just managed 3 points in that second quarter.
You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissett Impact Sports Radio Network.
Season after season, Hershey's has the most talked about team of sweet treats. From the all-star combination of chocolate and peanut butter and a Reese's.
Let me ask you another question.
Flavor of
Kevin.
Do you want
it all? Hershey's its best to ever
after this
Hershey's
spot block, there's supposed to be another spot block before the halftime ends. Do you want to take another break before the halftime ends, or do you want me to combine this break with the next one?
Go ahead and combine them. That's fine.
I'll combine them.
Yes, sir.
Hey, St. X fans. Want to learn more about how your eyes work? It's time you visit the Eye Care Institute. Again this year, Dr. Brennan Green has been named a top doc by Louisville Magazine. Dr. Green and the doctors at the Eye Care Institute can meet all your vision needs. For more information or to schedule an appointment with Dr. Green at the Eye Care Institute, visit eyecareinstitute.com or call 589-1500. That's 589-1500.
Hello, everybody. This is Larry Bissig. Thank you for listening to our live coverage of Jefferson County High School basketball featuring the St. X Tigers on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. And don't forget to tune in on Sundays to the Cincinnati Bengals. Check the paper for game times and listings. Tonight's broadcast is just one of a wide range of marketing communication services the Bissig Impact Group uses to deliver bottom-line results. Call us today at 583-0333 or visit Bissig.com.
Bissig Impact Group. Integrated, innovative marketing.
Old man Winter fell asleep on the job in January. Don't let him catch you off guard now. DFH Heating and Air Conditioning is offering special financing for 15 months on any qualified train comfort system purchased by the end of February. Remember, it's hard to stop a train. Take care of your family. You can keep them happy and healthy and save on heating bills with a train comfort system from DFH. Credit subject to approval. See dealer for details. Call DFH 968-6222, 968-6222, online dfhcompany.com.
We're back at St. X High School. Got about 3 minutes for the second half begins. Once again, the Tigers lead 27-12 over the Cougars from Holy Cross, and Holy Cross has only had 3 guys that scored, and that's a recipe for not good things to happen if you're Coach Kent Boucher. Bucks are choked up here. That was a tough question. The popcorn over there must be tough, but not much of a crowd here tonight, and not a lot of energy in the gym either.
No, not tonight. This a little extra salt on the popcorn, I think. John would not be happy with me. But Holy Cross is going to need they're going to need some scoring. They're getting good shots at the rim, but they're just not finishing, and they got to find a way to have Driscoll get a presence down low. He's 2 for 2, so when he shoots it, it's at a high percentage, but they're not taking they're not finishing down low and not able to get offensive rebounds. So they're going to have a tall task to try to get back into this game.
Well, we'll get ready for the second half with another break. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
This has been the Eye Care Institute halftime report. Stand by for live second half action on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. Brought to you by Hershey's Candy.
Does a Caribbean cruise sound like your kind of getaway? Are you dreaming of a relaxing weekend in the mountains? Whatever your style, Nights Travel is a full-service agency that can meet all your travel planning needs. Whether it's for business or pleasure, call St. X alum Lou Consling or Kaylin Ryback. They'll get you there at a great low cost. Call Kaylin at 292-4749 or Lou at 292-4750. Fly by night. It's the best way to travel.
There are few things that truly inspire, like seeing young athletes succeed. With this in mind, the Courier-Journal created the Kentuckiana Sports Awards presented by Norton Sports Health. We're honoring Athletes of the Week for Southern Indiana and Metro Louisville all season long, naming all area teams for more than a dozen sports, and capping off the year with a red carpet banquet in June. Vote for this week's Athlete of the Week at the CourierJournal.com sports page.
Back at St. X High School at Brother John Morrell Sports Activity Center. where both teams a little late coming out. And John, just for you, both teams got out of here for about a minute 40 to warm up, to get ready, if that's called warming up, for the second half. And me and Coach Mark Klein here are both big fans of coming out and getting ready. But to start the second half, if you're the Holy Cross Cougars, what did Coach Couchet tell his team?
The coach is talking about they've got to settle down offensively. They're getting decent shots, but they've got to be more confident. A lot of these inside layups, they're being contested, and they're not getting offensive rebounds. And they did that those first 2 or 3 possessions. I think he's going to ask them to locate shooters offensively for St. X, and on defense, for offense for themselves, they got to move the ball, use their size inside with Driscoll.
Kevin Klein, your brother, what are you telling the Tigers?
Well, we both said they should have been out here a little earlier getting loose. I'm afraid they're going to be stagnant. Because this first few minutes, you can turn a 15-point game 2 ways. It can stay a close game and get to single digits, or this is an opportunity to get it to 20-22. I think he's going to talk about working the ball inside, not settling for threes, and winning the rebound battle. Of course, taking care of the ball. We'll see what they do on the first set play here.
Both teams with their starters back in the game. James Taylor brings it across half court. He hands it to Will Crum. Oberst on the top. Back out to Kiesler. Looks down low for Borman. Not there. Kicks it out to Junior. Junior looks over. Will Crum for 3. Long. Comes off hard. Nice job by Short blocking out. Ball gets deflected out of bounds and going to stay with the Tigers.
It's a good set play. Will Crum came into that shot. He was ready to shoot the ball. Made his first one early in that first half. Good possession. We'll see what they do after they retain that offensive rebound out of bounds.
Crum inbounds in front of the Tiger bench. Tigers heading towards the cafeteria. Crum with the ball on the side. One looks like a 2-3. Well, I'm not sure. One guy goes through. I think they're confused like I am. The Cougars are on defense. Now they drop into 2-3. James Taylor with the ball out front. Backs up to the X. Gives it to Sam Borman at the top. Looks to the right. Gets it to Will Crum. Kicks to Borman. Reverses it over to Taylor. Taylor looks at. Look at the alley-oop. Not there. Kick it over to Borman on the right. Taylor gets it over to Kiesler. Kiesler 15. Tries to put it on the floor. Ellis takes it away. Ellis comes down, thinks better of it, pulls it back out. Sets the offense for the Cougars. Driscoll out high with him. Ellis goes to his right. Little runner. Kiesler half of the rebound. Kicks it over to James Taylor. He gets doubled in the backcourt. Looks to Borman. Borman attacks the middle. Kicks out to Will Crum. 3 from the corner. Flat and goes long. Kiesler gets the rebound, just drop steps, goes to the bucket and scores.
That's what he needs to do. That last pass or last possession, he caught it no man's land. Try to put the ball on the floor against a double team. He excels when he's by the basket. One dribble, drop step. Good move there.
Phillips gets it up through the pressure. Over to Short, gets the sides to take the three-pointer. And Ethan Short, out of necessity, shoots it and makes it. 29-15 Tigers. As James Taylor walks it up. A bad job by the Tigers defensively, sorting things out as Borman has it on the right. Looks to James Taylor. Standing way out at the circle. Kicks it to the right. Goes down to Kiesler. Drop steps, goes at Driscoll with a left-handed shot. Pretty one by Pierce Kiesler. 16 points for Pierce Kiesler, and just a nice controlled move. And now the Tigers are under pressure. They kick it to Ellis. Breaks the pressure, 2-on-1, coming at the big guy. Tries to go underneath, and he scores. And they're going to call it on Pierce Kiesler. Nice job by Deshaun Ellis.
Well, we've talked about his strength as being on the left side. They broke the press. It was 2-on-1 from there. Kiesler had to make a decision. Tried to challenge Deshaun Ellis. He went underneath with his left hand. Great finish for an and-1. Tigers not doing so well on their press defense right now. Breaking it easily is Holy Cross.
Ellis goes back up to the foul line and knocks it down. 31-18 Tigers over the cross here. 5:50 left first half. James Taylor with the ball out front. Man-to-man this time by the Cougars. Mixing up their defenses as Taylor lets the counts on. Stops counting. Taylor penetrates on Ellis. Kicks it out to Borman for 3. 3 for Sam Borman. It's one of the night for Sam.
Well, I did see him make one in that minute. They were out here at halftime, so maybe that was what they needed. We didn't see that ball go through the hoop.
Ellis brings the ball up on Taylor. Sophomore against freshman. Might have stepped on the line when he backed up. Kicks it over to Short. Short looks. Borman in pressure. Counts on. Kicks it into Ellis. Knocked away. Kiesler picks it up. Big man decides to slow down. Gets it to Borman on the left side. Backs up. Looks. Kicks it over. A bad pass. Throws it right to Chase Phillips. And no need for that pass by Sam Borman. And Ellis will walk the ball up with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. On the right side. That is Scott that shoots the ball. Short. Ethan Short from Scott. Three-pointer, back-to-back three-pointers for Ethan Short. 34-21 Tigers, 4:45. Third quarter. Taylor gets the ball to Borman on the right. Cougars in man-to-man defense. Oberst goes through, back out to Taylor. Kiesler sets the high screen, drops down. He's got a mismatch, and they're going to call traveling on Kiesler. Didn't put the ball down when he backed up. And a turnover by the Tigers.
Well, a real good shot by Ethan Short there. That first time he was open 5 seconds, didn't know whether to shoot or not. Made his first three, came back, shot this one in rhythm. Gives him 6 points on the game, cuts the lead to 13. And another silly turnover for St. X.
Ellis brings it across, looks to go back door, and Driscoll misreads it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Just one of the plays where two guys did not communicate, and I wasn't going to be there anyway. A bad decision by Deshaun Ellis, and a turnover by the Cougars. So the Tigers had the ball with James Taylor as they come up. Cougars stay man-to-man this time as Taylor kicks it to the foul line. The Will Crum goes up for about a 10-footer short. Falls on the floor. Front forward, Ellis comes out. He looks up the floor to Cooper Scott. Goes up, blocked by Paul Oberst. And here come the Tigers the other way. Taylor looks to go in the lane, and it's going to be a foul on Deshaun Ellis. And I believe that's Ellis' first foul of the night.
Great hustle play by Paul Oberst, not allowing the 2 points. Watch that shot off the backboard. Good hustle play. Sometimes the hustle plays can lead to other positive things for St. X. We'll see what they do underneath out of bounds.
Evan Walker in the game as they inbound. Kiesler looks for the three, contested three, but he knocks it down for his 19th point for the night. And the big guy, you like to have him inside, but when he's knocking him down, good things are happening, and the Tigers lead by 16.
He shot a real good shot. He's one of the better shooters on the team.
Ellis goes right down the lane. Tigers don't stop him, and he lays it in.
Well, he's trying to keep him from going left. Lets him go right, but the lane was wide open for him.
And Taylor does the same thing, goes to the bucket, but he misses it. He's contested by the big guy Driscoll. As Ellis comes out with the basketball, decides not to go 1-on-4, kicks it out front to Cooper Scott. Scott gets it deflected out of bounds by Taylor. Into the game for the Tigers, Jack Cook and Chase Westenhoff, and they'll get Sam Borman. And tell me who's coming. Somebody's got to come out if you're the Tigers. And Westenhofer comes out of the ball game. Don't know why that happened, but ball goes back out to Ellis out front. Tigers in man-to-man defense. They go to the right side. Chase Phillips doesn't hesitate, shoots for three, and hits nothing but the bottom of the sack. And cuts the lead to 11. Holy Cross gaining a little bit of confidence here in the third quarter. 3 minutes left, 37-26 Tigers. Junior Taylor with the ball. Ellis hucks him out by the X, kicks it over to Oberst, and Oberst gets it knocked out of his hand. Focus for the Tigers right now, Mark. Doesn't look like it's there, and Oberst comes out as Westenhofer comes in.
We talked about them being a full step slow on defense that first half. Holy Cross was 1 for 9 on threes that first half. They made 3 out of their first 4, I think, this second half. Really got to play a bit better defense, locate, close out on shooters.
Cooks gets a wide open three, hits short, comes off, rebounded by Ethan Short.
Tigers got to find something on offense. They're not in rhythm, not finding their groove just yet.
Cooper Scott with the ball. Westenhofer playing man-to-man defense, tries to penetrate, and we're going to get a foul on Chase Westenhofer. The referee said he got 2 hands out on him. Pretty much an automatic foul. Westenhofer not happy with it, but there's not that look in the Tigers' eyes. It's just kind of a blank look, and there's, they're looking at coach and saying, okay, as Ellis brings the ball across the half court, Taylor stays in front. Westenhofer has Phillips on the side, pulls up baseline, a little runner, and he knocks it down. And Chase Phillips, who averages 10 points a game, getting it going, and that's 8 for him now.
I'm seeing the same thing here. Guys, too many guys looking at that sideline for coach. Some of these guys just need to make plays. You can't be a set play every time as Junior draws the foul going to the basket. I feel like they're just not as confident as they were Friday night on offense, finding their groove. 37 points almost through 3 quarters now.
And that's Ellis' second foul tonight as McDonald and Bearden come into the game for the Cougars. Tigers will inbound on the side, and the Cougars only scored 3 points in the second quarter as James Taylor shoots a quick three from the corner, and it's not there, and we're going to have a foul on McDonald, who was trying to block out Evan Walker and got underneath of him.
Good weak side position by Evan. He's real smart. He knows when corner three's coming. If you're going to miss it, it's probably going to be on the opposite side. Real good job fighting for position there.
Well, 17 points, and here's an alley-oop to Westenhofer, and it goes in. He doesn't dunk it, but he taps it in, and he gets fouled on the play. So set inbounds play, and Driscoll will get his third foul of the ball game.
Willie's going to have to keep telling coach to work on the lot plays. That was their fourth one, connected on two of them. That may have been just a little high as Chase could jump, but real good execution. See if he can get it in one here.
67% foul shooter, rolls off to the right. The short gets the rebound, gets it to Phillips, to McDonald. 2 minutes left, third quarter, Tigers lead by 11. Bearden, the freshman on the left, gets it out to McDonald. Kicks it over to Phillips. Cook up tight on him. McDonald looks inside, nothing there, puts the ball on the floor. Looks over the left side to Bearden. Bearden back to McDonald. McDonald looks, Tigers in good man-to-man. Short has the ball. McDonald looks for the shot. Driscoll maybe walked on his drop step. Goes at Kieser, misses it. Bearden gets the rebound, pulls up, and that's the fourth foul on Driscoll, and he's looking at the referee, and all he did was take two hands and shove Evan Walker, the easiest call tonight.
And he still has two hands up. I've seen that before, been a victim of that, where guys think that they don't do anything and just put two hands on Evan. 2 possessions in a row. Evan's done a real good job fighting for position and drawing fouls on Holy Cross.
5 team fouls on the Cougars, 2 on the Tigers. Sam McDonough walks the ball up to 4. Cougars in 1-2-2 zone. Go to the right side to Cook. Cook skips it to Westenhofer. He skips it right back to Cook. Doesn't have time to shoot 3. Pulls up for a 2 from 15 feet short. Westenhofer runs it down. Great job by Chase to get the ball. Hands it off to Jack Cook. And in the middle of the Tyler Barnes. Barnes looks, drop steps, 2 dribbles. Goes baseline, nothing there. Gets the ball to Westenhofer. Deflected by McDonald. Cook looks, ball fakes again. Nothing there. Being patient. Under a minute here in the third. Tigers lead by 11. McDonough with the ball out front. Bearden comes out to play. Extending their zone. McDonough dribbles. Pulls up his dribble. Goes to the right side to Westenhofer. Tigers looking for the last shot. They trap. Westenhofer goes into Barnes. Kicks it back out to McDonough. Standing in the circle at half court. Holding the ball as Bearden puts a hand out. And Cam McDonough walks. And there's no reason to be in a hurry, no reason for that, and just a bad play by Cam.
Yeah, just didn't have pressure on him. The defender was 4 or 5 feet away. I don't think the count hadn't even started yet. Just mental mistakes. 1 leads to 2, and it's just been consistent for several of the Tigers tonight. Now they got to look to get a stop.
Tigers trap out front. Cougars will have the arrow to start the fourth quarter. A tie-up. And a timeout on the floor. And we're going to take a quick one, too. You're listening to St. X High School Basketball on the Bissett Impact Sports Radio Network.
Quantum Graphics may be the most customer service-minded printer in Louisville. How do we know? Because of what their customers say about them.
Quantum consistently treats our jobs like they're the most important work they have to do.
They're a rare company that seems truly dedicated to providing over-the-top great service.
Want this same kind of service when you need print-on-demand, design, online ordering, binding, and storage and fulfillment? Contact Joe Meeks at 502-314-7233 or visit quantumgraphics.com.
I'm Chris Burke, former major leaguer and St. X class of 1998. I'm Pat Lampton, chief engineer at NASA and member of St. X class of 1983.
My name is Carl Ellsworth, screenwriter of The New Gremlins, and I'm also a member of St. X's class of 1990. Whether it's watching series...
just so you know, after this break, there's going to be 2 more breaks before the game actually ends.
Okay. We'll be going there quick one at the end of the quarter here. Back at St. X High School as the quarter runs down. Holy Cross tries to get the ball under the basket. Knocked away by Jack Cook as they tried to go to Ethan Short. So 3.9 left here in the third quarter. Tigers lead by 11. Holy Cross will get the ball unless something happens here. So Tigers need to get a stop. But the Cougars, if you're a Cougar fan, you need to get a bucket here. They inbound under the basket. Phillips throws. Knocked out of bounds by Westenhofer. 2.4 left on the clock. Ball was up in the air for a long time. 2.4. Well, no. Coach Jefferson's got to work on his finger over there. But Phillips has to inbound a tough spot out of the corner. Looks out. Goes to McDonald. Pulls up. Barkley shoots one, going to hit the brace and fall down towards the bucket. So at the end of the third quarter, Tigers lead the Cougars from Holy Cross, 39-28. You're listening to St. X High School Basketball on the Bissett Impact Sports Radio Network.
When you're not cheering on your favorite team and you're ready to tackle that large job or weekend project, Sunbelt Rentals has the equipment you need, from hand tools...
So, Kevin, do I have 1 or 2 left? game, 39-28, as Deshaun Ellis walks the ball across half court. Looks around, Tigers in man-to-man. Westenhofer has Phillips on the side. They go into Ethan Short. Kicks it out to McDonald. McDonald looks to penetrate. Phillips cuts, doesn't get it. Short has ball, kicks it over to Ellis, who goes to the hole. And they're going to count it, and Ellis gets fouled hard. And I believe it's on...
Is that on Chase?
No, it's on Jack Cook.
Great finish by Deshaun Ellis, getting fouled by Cook, going up against this super athletic Chase Westenhofer. We talked about this before the quarter. It's a 9-point game. If they would have scored before the end of the quarter, they got the ball back. It's a single-digit game now. It's a ball game.
And you feel like it shouldn't be right here, that the Tigers should have more points offensively, but Cougars doing a nice job mixing up defenses as Ellis shoots and knocks down the second one. So 39-31, 7:37 left in the ball game, and Holy Cross with each second gaining confidence as James Taylor brings it across against the 1-2-2. Looks, ball fakes, goes to Cook on the left. Back to Taylor up top. Reverses over to Westenhofer. Gets into Evan Walker down low. Kicks it out to Westenhofer. Westenhofer dribbles back to Evan Walker in the corner. Looks down for Barnes, goes baseline. Walker goes underneath. No call. Ball gets knocked out of there, and here comes Deshaun Ellis. Ellis penetrating inside. Looks over to McDonald. McDonald out to Short. They look to the right side. Chase Phillips decides to fire it, and he hits nothing but the net. And the Cougars have cut this game to 5 here in the fourth quarter with just under 7 minutes, and Chase Phillips gets his 11th point. And the Tigers lackadaisical on defense as Westenhofer skips it over to Cook. They look inside, deflect it, and James Taylor runs it down. Taylor out front looks to penetrate the zone. Cook 3-4 dribbles, kicks it back out to James Taylor. Jr. surveys the situation, loses the ball, runs it down. Cook shoots it again. Long comes off Aaron Ellis. Tigers maybe tightening up a little bit as Cook misses an open three. And Deshaun Ellis looks to penetrate on Taylor. Phillips again, and he gets fouled. And he misses the three, and he'll go to the line. Just a bad play by Jack Cook. And Coach Kevin Klein wants a timeout. We'll take our final one of the night. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bistic Impact Sports Radio Network.
Old man Winter fell asleep on the job in January. Don't let him catch you off guard now. DFH Heating and Air Conditioning is offering special financing for 15 months on any qualified train comfort system purchased by the end of February. Remember, it's hard to stop a train. Take care of your family. You can keep them happy and healthy and save on heating bills with a train comfort system from DFH. Credit subject to approval. See dealer for details. Call DFH 968-6222, 968-6222, online dfhcompany.com.
Season after season, Hershey's has the most talked about team of sweet treats. From the all-star combination of chocolate and peanut butter and a Reese's Cup to the delicious flavor of the milk chocolate bar that started it all, Hershey's brings its best to every game. Hershey's is proud to be a sponsor of Jefferson County High School sports on the Bistic Impact Sports Radio Network. Stop by your nearest Kroger today and pick up your favorite Hershey's treat and find out why Hershey's and high school sports are the perfect match.
Well, back at St. X High School, Mark Klein, Tony Burke, missing John Spears tonight. John's once again laid up at home on the disabled list with knee replacement surgery. He'll be up and going. And voice of the Tigers, the Iron Man, who's only missed 4 basketball games since I've been doing this, and none of the football games as far as I know. But reset what's going on. 6:24 left here, Mark. Tigers lead by 5, and Chase Phillips will go to the foul line to shoot 3.
And that very easily could have been a 4-point play as that ball went in and out. Just a bad closeout by Jack Cook. Good penetration by Deshaun Ellis. He's really been a difference maker. It might be his first game starting. Of course, he's got to play with a bigger edge going against his former school as Phillips misses his first, make his second. This is getting tighter than the Tigers need it to be, and we'll see what they do these next 6 minutes.
It's just time to start playing, get down and play and get dirty. And as Phillips shoots the next one and knocks it down, cuts the lead to 3, 13 points for Chase Phillips. And now the Cougars will switch to a 2-3 zone after the timeout. Taylor has the ball out front, Borman in the middle, looks over to Cook. Taylor ball fake, steps into the zone, little runners, goes up soft, comes off. Nice rebound. Obos goes back up, and they're going to have a foul, I believe, on Chase Phillips. And Phillips not happy about it, but that's who the foul goes on.
It was a real good move by Junior getting to the lane, but once you get close to the rim, these shots are getting contested, and I would expect to see their big man come in here, Driscoll, in just a few minutes with his 4 fouls. A great rebound by Oberst.
Oberst walks up, rolls off a 69% foul shooter, and
Tigers just 2 for 8 on the game, 25%. 3-point game right now. That could very easily make it a 9 and a 10-point game if he makes this, if they make their free throws.
And he does make the second one. So Tigers lead 40-36 in a low-scoring game. Tigers had 48 at halftime against Mel the other night. So a 4-point lead. Holy Cross brings it across. McDonald with the ball out front. Looks over and gives it to Ellis. Ellis looks to Bearden. Bearden looks for a screen. He gets it from short. Goes on Cook, and we're going to have a foul on Jack Cook.
And that's going to be his 4th foul as he's gets beat on middle penetration, and we're going to see Will come back in. He's got to be the X factor here and get rebounds, play with some energy. All 5 starters for St. X back in. Probably need to finish the game, but if they don't know what they're doing offensively, then they need to come out.
Cougars will shoot the 1-and-1 from here on out, and inbounding the ball. Phillips throws it. Oberst and Short go after the ball, and Oberst is the last one to touch it according to the referee. So Cougars get a break on a bad inbounds play, and they'll bring it up with Deshaun Ellis. As Ellis walks it up, the left-hander looks around. Oberst on the duty there. Ball goes to the right to Bearden. Bearden looks. He's got Crum on him. Goes baseline, pulls up. 15-footer, no good. Will Crum runs down the rebound, and he falls down and luckily gets the ball knocked away by Deshaun Ellis, and that's kind of how the night's gone. There's not even a line out there that got him.
I don't know how to explain that.
Sniper?
I think there may be a sniper that got him. Crossed his feet up. They're just fortunate to keep the ball.
Will Crum has the ball out to Junior Taylor. Alley-oop play. Cougars see it coming, but a great catch back. Kiesler misses it. Can't grab it, and McDonald runs it down, and here come the Cougars. McDonald looks up the floor. He's got Bearden. Great hustle by Sam Foreman, knocks it away. Goes to Oberst. Got to be careful here, and they're going to get him for throwing an elbow. And boy, I tell you what, Coach Klein not happy about that, and I would be not happy about it either because Ellis reached in and should have got the foul on that one. But Oberst gets his third.
Yep, they saw the second part. Didn't see the reach coming in. Saw the reaction with the elbow. Should have been something that they probably pulled out. He did get fouled, but Oberst gets the ball back and walks out of bounds on Ellis. It's going to be a Holy Cross ball underneath.
Yeah, Ellis tries to go to his right that time. Nice help by the Tigers. They block it out of bounds. Cooper Scott comes back into the game. He gets Chase Phillips, and the Cougars will inbound with Cooper Scott under their own basket. 40-36 Tigers. 5 minutes left in the basketball game. Cougars will inbound. They look. Nothing there. They throw it out by half court to Scott. He looks over to McDonald. McDonald holds the ball. Cougars call the play. Gets the ball off. Losing my train of thought. Cooper Scott with the ball. Deshaun Ellis dribbles out front. Oberst has the assignment out there. Kicks it over to Cooper Scott.
Oberst is probably the best on-ball defender.
A runner by Scott comes up short. Rebound comes out of there. Borman goes to Crum. Kicks it out to Taylor out front. 4:25 left ball game. Cougars in 2-3. Ball goes to Oberst on the left. Borman in the corner. Looks out front to Oberst. Over to Taylor on the right. Way out high. Cougars are content in their 2-3 zone. Coach Klein calls another set. Borman goes through. They kick it over to Crum. They look at Borman in the corner. Borman looks. Ball face goes back out to Crum. Tigers, no hurry right now, trying to get Oberst down on the block. Crum walks. Gives him the ball. Starts to make a move, and he doesn't put it on the floor. And a little bit of inexperience, I think, from Will Crum in this situation in the game.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of guys looking at each other, trying to figure out what to do. The set play didn't work, and then from there, they just don't know what to do on the offensive end. They're going to look at this tape and see way too many empty possessions. Just the unforced turnovers are too many.
Well, Cooper Scott has the ball on the right side. Borman on him. Looks to go baseline. Three-pointer up by Ethan Short. Rolls out, and it gets knocked out of bounds. Tiger ball. Well, you hope if you're a Tiger fan, you get to watch this film with a W in Gover. And we'll stay right here. Going to be a 30-second timeout by the Tigers. And what I was getting to there, Mark, is if you're Coach Kevin Klein in the Tiger Hut over here, you hope you can use this after looking at a great tape on Friday night, one that you're going to not want to watch if you're the players. You hope you're watching it with the W. And if you're Coach Kent Fouché and the Holy Cross Cougars, this is right where you want to be.
You're exactly right. It was a 27-12, 15-point game at the half. Holy Cross won that third quarter by 4 points. They've now cut it to 4, and that shot short. That would have been his third three. Would have cut it to 1, went in and out. Tigers fortunate to get the ball back, and if there's no better time now than the last 4 minutes of this fourth quarter to really take control of the game. But somebody's got to be a leader out here and take control offensively, because they seem lost on some of these possessions.
Yeah, and I just watching them walk out of the huddle, not that killer look. Over shaking his head. Yeah, body language is huge right now, but we'll see what they call up out of the timeout as Junior Taylor walks up, gets it to Will Crum. They come out looking to trap. Kick in the middle. Kiesler for a 15-footer, knocked it down where Kiesler hadn't even touched the ball forever, and he gets his 21st point. And the Tigers lead by 6.
Another good set play out of the timeout. Got him the ball in a good spot right in the middle. Gives him his 21st point, extends the lead to 6.
Tigers in man-to-man. Ellis out front with Oberst on him. And a foul away from the basket, and it's going to be on Will Crum. With the 1-and-1, both teams will shoot the 1-and-1, so
I think Evan Walker's going to be coming in for Will Crum now. He's just made a couple slow mistakes with that travel on that last possession, fell down a couple. He may not be in just like he was on Friday night. And Evan Walker's going to check in with him as the big man's on the line for the bonus.
Ethan Driscoll, who shot 2 foul shots very poorly early in the game, goes up with a chance to redeem himself. He shoots it hard. Kiesler gets the rebound. So Kiesler looks, gives it to Junior Taylor. Junior walks up. Cougars look like they're in man. Taylor has the ball out front. Ellis on him, looks to penetrate. A lot of contact, no call. Ball goes over to Kiesler on the wing. Kicks out. Taylor with the ball. Ellis all over him, and they're going to call a foul. And probably the third one they called, and a lot of contact out on the floor. Now, James Taylor will have to go to the foul line.
Yeah, 64% free throw shooter. This will be his first attempt of the night. This is something that fourth quarter, no matter what we are from the line so far, we've got to make these free throws extend the lead.
And Taylor goes up. He only has 2 points tonight. It's just been kind of not a good flow of the game for the Tigers, and that's give that credit to the Cougars as James Taylor knocks down the first one.
Yeah, he's played a decent floor game. He does have 6 assists, but he hasn't been able to get those floaters from the lane to fall. And this is one way to help his team get 2 free throws like he does right there.
Knocks down the second one. Tigers lead by 8, just under 3 minutes left in the ball game as the Cougars walk it across slowly with Deshaun Ellis. Ellis, the left-hander out front, looking at his teammates like, let's get it going here. They get it to McDonald, who bobbles the ball in the left wing in front of the Holy Cross bench. High screen by Short. Scott Threen hits the side of the backboard, and Taylor comes out with it. Got to slow it down under control. Kicks to the corner, back out front. Kiesler gives it to Oberst. Oberst backs it out. They give it to Taylor.
Good decision there, pulling that out.
Taylor goes to the bucket, goes in, gets it swatted by Driscoll, but once again, all that is a block shot. Maybe not a good decision by Junior Taylor, but the Tigers will inbound on the basket as Chase Phillips comes in the game for Cooper Scott.
Yeah, I like the idea of penetrating there. I think he may have had somebody on that weak side. Might have to put a little more air in that ball after that block, but Tigers usually retain possession. I thought it was a good possession with Kiesler, Evan Walker not looking to force shots. Make sure they get a good high percentage shot there.
And we're going to timeout here, but we'll stay here with 2:19 left in the ball game. 44-36 Tigers. And I think James Taylor right there might have been a little better serve, like you said, to kick it out, or maybe keep his dribble and go back out. You've got an 8-point lead right now. You don't want to take a contested bad shot and give Holy Cross a chance to get a run out. So you're a brother in there. You should know what he's talking about. You've been in there plenty of times.
He's talking about high percentage shots. He said no threes off that first pass. If you're going to shoot a three, it's got to be off a reversal, offensive rebound. And just on that last possession, Driscoll's got 4 fouls now. That was an opportunity for Junior, like you said, to keep one more dribble, maybe use a ball fake, see if he can get that 5th foul on the big man. But nonetheless, we're keeping the ball. He's really going to focus on the high percentage shots, free throws, and layups.
Well, maybe they should tell Coach Glazer to stay in Houston at the Super Bowl, because he was not here. Chad O'Shea, class of 91, wide receivers coach for the Patriots. believe had Coach Glazer and Coach Wagner down there took care of them, and Coach Glazer wasn't here when the Tigers played their best game of the year. So Tigers will inbound under their own basket. Taylor's the inbounder. Holy Cross looks like they're in a 2-3 zone. Taylor looks, throws it to Borman. It's deflected, and it hits Sam Borman in the hand. Just kind of how the night's going.
That was just the exact opposite of what we were talking about. Out of a timeout, you got to execute, take smart shots, and bad pass. I'm not sure if the ball gets deflected out of two hands.
Just over 2 minutes left in the game. Cougars had the ball down 8. McDonald has it out front. Looks, thinks about shooting the 3, doesn't. Gets it out to Short. Short dribbles out front. One thing you don't want to do if you're the Tigers is foul. They're in the bonus. McDonald looks to go inside. Short pulls up. Back to McDonald in the corner. Taylor got the man defense on him. Looks for a little help. Little guy goes in. Looks. Taylor blocks it. Goes out of bounds. So nice defense by the Tigers. They stayed in front of their guys and made a tough shot by the little guy.
Real good defense. Staying on his feet. That's a great opportunity to leave your feet, draw a foul. But Junior did a real good job staying on his feet, using the couple inches he has on the guard.
Bounded in to Driscoll under the basket. Kicks it out to the right. Short catches the rocket thrown at him. And now Ellis out front. Minute 41. Cougar fans getting restless. Scott looks, throws up a 3, knocks it down. His third one of the night. Cuts it to 5. And the Cougars will call a timeout. It's the 9th point of the night. All been 3-pointers. A guy that looks like doesn't want to shoot it, but he's been good when he's put it up there.
I think that puts him 3 or 5 in the second half. And we heard the crowd behind us start to get a little more lively, getting a little anxious, telling the guys to go. And Ethan Short says, I got this possession. Knocks down a 3-pointer, cuts it to 5. And now more than ever, St. X has to take care of the ball, knock down free throws when they get fouled.
You know, and once again, defensively, just relaxing a little bit on the guy with the ball. You know, you got to think that they're going to want to shoot the ball. He's made a couple 3-pointers. You got to be focused. And once again, coming off that big win against Male Friday night, and Coach Klein said they practiced well, walkthrough was good, but the focus hasn't been here tonight. The turnover gives them a chance. 3-pointer cuts it to 5, and Borman will inbounds. Looks like a 2-2-1 pressure by the Cougars. Taylor has the ball. He looks to Borman. Borman dribbles up on us. Bounce pass to Kiesler. Thinks about it. Almost walks. Kicks it out front to Taylor. Passes it very suspect as Taylor has the ball. As McDonald comes out to guard him, the count's on. Looks to penetrate. Goes to the hole. A shot he should not have put up blocked, but Evan Walker gets it. Kiesler looks. Decides not to take the 3. A good decision. The count's on. He's going to have to bounce it, and he does. Ball goes back out front to Borman. Ellis comes and he fouls.
Just another good penetration by Junior, but I think you and I both agreed when you get 2 layers blocked out of bounds or close to blocked out of bounds, may not be the best decision. Minute and a half up, you're up 5 points. Probably not a good decision there as Sam Borman heads to the line.
79% foul shooter, correct me if I'm wrong, knocks the first one. He has a beautiful stroke. Hits the first one as Chase Westenhofer comes in for Pierce Kiesler.
Yeah, 23 and 29 on the season right now, so he's the highest percent shooter on the team at 79%. Makes that first one to get it to 6 with just a minute 2 left in the game.
Bounces it a couple times, releases it short, but rolls over the front on these can rims. Tigers lead 46-39 as the Cougars roll it in bounce. 1 minute left in the game as Deshaun Ellis brings the ball across on Oberst. They look down to Driscoll. Nothing there. They kick it out to Chase Phillips. Westenhofer guarding him. Pulls up. Nothing there. Good defense. Ellis looks to penetrate. Goes down the lane. Block by Oberst. Oberst runs the ball down. Junior Taylor starts to bring it up, and Ellis fouls him. Then he shoots one from the other end. It actually was a pretty good-looking shot, but wouldn't have counted. And Deshaun Ellis, who's played a great 4 game tonight, fouls out for the Cougars, the sophomore.
Real good game for Deshaun Ellis. I think he finishes 13 points, gets his 5th foul. But I thought Tigers made a good decision moving Paul Oberst on him. He's their best defender this season and uses his size to where if he gets beat, he can still contest the shot like he did there. Blocks it and keeps it in bounds.
Yeah, the length of him made that play. He followed him and just got the long arms up and blocked it as Taylor sets up to shoot it. Puts the first one up, and it goes in.
They made their last 3, which is nice. Maybe their last 5. Junior made his first 2 earlier. These are the ones that count.
He's got 5 points on the night as he has the second one, shoots it, knocks it down, the freshman. So Tigers stretch it out to 9 points, 48-39 as they roll the ball in, as McDonald walks with the ball, as Oberst comes out to play with 33 seconds. Ball out front by McDonald. Cougars got to go quickly, using a lot of time on the dribble out front. kicks it over to Phillips. Good job by Westenhofer staying attached. McDonald goes in, loses the basketball, grabs it, and the foul will be on the Cougars, and just too long to get in a play right there, and then they have to foul.
Yeah, and I think they had Ethan Short. He's made 3 threes this half, open on the top of the key, but just wasn't able to get the ball to him when he was open. By the time he tried to penetrate, McDonald lost it in the air.
And believe me, I know being a little guard sometimes it's tough to get that shot off when you're trying late in the game and guys are staying attached. And Oberst walks up, the senior, and switches the first one.
This is the time you want to make free throws. They're always important, but none more important than the last minute of a fourth quarter tight game.
And Driscoll will come out of the game as Short comes back into the game. And a technical foul on Driscoll as he says something to the official as he walks by him, and that will be his 5th of the night. And we saw what he said. It was not a curse word, but it was something that you don't say to a referee as you walk by him. So Paul Oberst will stay up here at the foul line.
So he'll finish his bonus. Is that what we got in the technical?
Shooting the technical first, and Coach Fouché asked the referee what he said, and he just said one word to him. He didn't think he's a very good referee, I'll just tell you that. As Oberst knocks down that one, the Tigers have stretched it out to 11. So 28.7, and this is the technical shot. Jed Hilbert giving me bad information over here. I should know better. As Sam Borman walks up, hits the first one. And Coach Fouché having a discussion with the referee, one of the referees here, not the referee that called the technical. And Borman hits the next one. So Tigers go up 13 with 28 seconds, and for all practical purposes, this game's over.
Yeah, I can see the frustration on Coach Fouché's. Kids played so well in the second half. Just didn't shoot well in the first half, got themselves too big of a hole, and they're going to fall up short tonight.
Taylor gets the ball over to Borman on the side. He looks, kicks it out front to Oberst. Phillips on him, out front. Oberst pivots, puts the ball on the floor, attacks the basket, kicks it back out to Borman. Good decision. Crawley on the defense on Taylor. Taylor's just going to run it out. They trap him. 2 seconds, 1. That's the end of the ball game. Final score here tonight from St. X High School. St. X Tigers 52. The Cougars from Holy Cross 39. We'll take us a break here at the end of the game. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissett Impact Sports Radio Network.
There are 2 things that truly inspire, like seeing young athletes succeed. With this in mind, the Courier Journal...
If he wants to talk, that's fine. It's up to him. You can get his attention here. I'll turn your mic down.
...to the week for Southern Indiana and Metro Louisville all season long.
Either way is fine, whatever you want to
say. More than a dozen sports, and capping off the year with a red carpet banquet in June. Vote for this week's Athlete of the Week at the CourierJournal.com sports page.
It's up to you.
For over 20 years, Signs Now has been Metro Louisville's go-to source for custom signs and banners. Vehicle lettering, trade show displays, lighted signs, you name it.
There's 2 more breaks.
Okay.
The post-game show, and then there's the close. Or I could combine those 2 breaks into one, and then just do.
Why don't we do that again tonight, Kevin? I'll do the interview with Coach Klan, and we'll come back and we'll go over the stats and everything, and then you can loop them together if you want. Is that right?
Okay.
Okay, great.
Post-game wrap-up on the Bissett Impact Sports Radio Network, brought to you by Hershey's Candy. Once again, here are John Spears and Tony Burns.
Back at St. X High School and Brother John Will Sports Activity Center, and I have Coach Kevin Klan with me. And Coach, not the same talk we're going to have from Friday night, but one thing me and your brother Mark talked about over here is it is a 13-point win, and you can use that as a learning experience, and you're not on the other side, and things kind of got a little scary there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of credit to Holy Cross. They really came out of the locker room. They were challenged in a great way at half, and their kids responded. They won the third quarter, had us back on the ropes. And, you look at a positive, you rather win than lose, and obviously we won in a not-so-pretty fashion. And I think a lot of that had to do with our defensive intensity and paying attention to details of the scouting report. Ellis did a really good job of getting to the basket, going to his strong hand. Every possession he got it in the first half. We never made him use his right hand. Paul Oberst was a difference maker on him in the second half. And when you're not locked in defensively, your offense takes a hit. And we had so many ill-advised turnovers. We weren't shooting as well. The ball was sticking in hands. We didn't have very good ball movement. And that's just a credit to Holy Cross. They got us in a tough spot, but proud for our guys having enough fortitude and character to persevere when it got tight. Made free throws down the end, which is a great thing to see as we come into the postseason. And, that's a very good team. I think it's got a chance to do something in their district, and proud of the way it ended up, but we have to play better.
Well, I thought really your defense at the end of the game, y'all really stayed attached to guys, and that's pretty much what drew this thing out. I know there was some fouls, but you made it tough on them to get shots late in the game, and I agree with you. Give Holy Cross a lot of credit. They came in here, and they wanted to keep the score down, and they did. But your guys, one thing that we talked about, and it's tougher when there's not a crowd. And you try to, like we talked in the pregame, and we talked about, it's sometimes the kids lose, I think, focus. You can tell them, and you can tell them, and you can tell them. And when y'all broke the huddle out tonight, I know you can't see your guys' face, but just not that look in their eye tonight. And to their credit, they played through that.
You're absolutely right. And, I mean, it's always easier to get juiced up and to have that more focus when the stands have a few more bodies in them. And when you come down to the stretch run, we've seen games with packed gyms. We've seen games with some pretty sparsely populated gyms. So we don't want to use that as a crutch. We definitely got to do a better job of, like I said, just bringing that intensity and be the same person every possession. Like, we held them to 3 points in the second quarter, and then we let go of what got us to that. And we expect our guys to be involved for 32 minutes and, give their best in terms of effort, attitude, scouting report, details, all that's involved, and we were just come and go. And that's why the game, I think we got up big, they came back, and then we won by 13 at the end. But we just challenge our guys to try to be the same day in and day out.
Well, it's a credit to your guys just to stay focused in that part of the game. But I really thought Kiesler once again played very well. Kind of lost sight of him there in the second half late. And then I think that's what you're talking about. A lot of guys with the ball, not really sure what they were doing for whatever reason.
Yeah, we just didn't have a whole lot of sync there in the second half against their zone. Then we run a great set and get a shot right at the rim and didn't see it go in. So definitely back on our heels, the way Holy Cross was scoring the ball and then the way we were having a tough time seeing the ball go in. But Pierce had a great first half and really fired up a nice game on Friday night. And look forward to getting back to that last sister game on Thursday and seeing how we can finish out this last week and a half of the regular season.
Well, good luck. We'll get it going, keep it going, and roll on through.
You got it, Tony. Thanks, buddy.
Okay, Kevin. That was Coach Kevin Cleveland of the St. X Tigers. You're listening to St. X High School Basketball on the Bissett Impact Sports Radio Network.
Hey, St. X fans. Want to learn more about how your eyes work? It's time you visit the Eye Care Institute. Again this year, Dr. Brennan Green has been named a top doctor.
Do you have stats? I don't think yet.
Dr. Green
I don't think we have.
and the doctors at the Eye Care Institute can meet all your vision needs. For more information or to schedule an appointment with Dr. Green at the Eye Care Institute, visit eyecareinstitute.com or call 589-1500.
Be hard to get the stats without it. We can make them up.
Does a Caribbean cruise sound
Some
like
of them are still up there. I told Kevin, I said, I thought Kiesler played well, but kind of lost sight of him there in the second half, late in the game. I think a lot of guys didn't stay focused on maybe what they were doing. And he made the point, a lot of guys kind